Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Vision Pros Live. So glad you're here. So glad you're in this conversation. I think it's an important conversation. So thanks for joining. On the show today, we have Tanesha Moody from Full Out Coaching. Welcome to the show, Tanesha.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful to be here today.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about some fun things today. But before we get into it, I love to start out with a win because there is a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of suffering in the world. There's a lot of people who are practiced at looking for the misses, looking for the losses. We want to remind them that what's good in the world and what's not good in the world, they're always available to us. It's a matter of where we place our focus. So what's a win for you, or what's something that's going well in your life?
Something that's going really well in my life right now is I feel like I am clarifying some of the offers that I have to help others. And that is such a win right now because I feel like I'm a multi-passionate person, and it feels like sometimes things are all over the place. But when everything kind of comes together and you're like, oh my goodness, I've been on the right track this whole time, and I get to help other people see that they were too, is definitely a win right now that I'm celebrating today, honestly.
Right on. And I can totally appreciate that because sometimes it's like we might feel like we're going in many different directions. We might be experiencing a lot of uncertainty or not seeing the those outcomes that we're wanting to. And then sometimes there's this moment of clarification where things begin to gel and come together, and that feels great, right?
Definitely. It's something that I want everybody to feel if they can. And it ebbs and flows, but the fact that I'm feeling that so highly right now, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, right on, right on. Well, this show is called Vision Pros, as you know. So, Tanesha, what I want to ask you is, what's your vision? Lay it on me.
My vision is for everyone to live full out, to
Mm-hmm.
live, lead, and thrive full out. And what I feel like that looks like is that individuals are walking in clarity for their purpose, that they're living their lives according to their values, they know who they are, can navigate fear and rejection, and they're rippling their impact to help others. And that looks different for every person. So my vision is to equip people, inspire people to do that on a daily basis and leave their lasting impact on the world.
Okay, that's a super clear vision, well articulated, uh, and inspiring. So, let me ask you a few questions about that.
Sure.
What do you think gets in the way of people being able to live full out?
I feel like there's a combination of things, and having the chance to coach with hundreds of people, lead hundreds of people, I think a lot of different things get in the way, but there are themes I've noticed. And one of them is first that people don't always know that they actually have a purpose, that they're here for a reason, that they exist for something bigger than themselves. I'm a Christian, so I know my purpose aligns with God, but not everybody else has a faith like that. But they still exist here for a reason. So I feel like that's something that gets in the way, the shame or the guilt or something that kind of prevents them from seeing that they're actually here for a reason. I think another thing that gets in the way is fear and rejection, or fear of failure, or they've already failed and they're really scared to try it again. I think those things, those inner critics, those saboteurs, those things that kind of bring us down also get in the way. And I feel like the last thing, well, there's many things, but if I'm breaking it into themes, I feel like also just themselves. Like they don't recognize the power and the skills and the gifts that they have, the experiences that they have. And I think that gets in the way for people actually being able to live full out and help impact people positively.
Yeah. Um, what's an example from your own life where you were limited by fear or a disempowering belief that you really had to adjust your thinking and bring new thinking or bring a new story so that you could overcome that?
One that comes to mind was actually my relationship with rejection. I really felt that I personally was being rejected. And something that I've had a chance to uncover, reframe my mindset on, to share with others, to write about, is really that my offers was what were rejected, but not myself personally. It's always our offer that's a rejection, but not us. And I experienced so much rejection throughout my life, working in theater professionally as a stage manager. Like, you're getting laid off, you're losing contracts, and that feels like rejection. I've been laid off in the corporate realm as well, so that felt like rejection. And of course, swiping left and right on people and dating sometimes feels like rejection too. So rejection's everywhere. And having the chance to reframe that into my offer was rejected, not me personally, has been something that has helped me to really kind of flourish, put myself out there, put my offers on the line, and help people do the same.
Yeah. Yeah. We're incredibly afraid of rejection. A number of years ago, I did a year's worth of rejection experiments where I intentionally put myself into positions where I made ridiculous, audacious, bold requests with the intention of being rejected, with the intention of being told no. Because one of my philosophies is that I need to become a master asker if I'm going to play the game that I want to play effectively. And I was afraid of getting rejected. So I was like, well, okay, it's like exposure therapy. If I get rejected over and over and over again, do I become, used to it, immune to it, or whatever? And I totally appreciate and resonate with what you shared, because what I came to realize was that the rejection was not a personal matter. They weren't rejecting Fletcher Ellingson. They were rejecting the request I had just made of them.
Yes.
But the biggest takeaway was that even though I was making ridiculous requests of people, and I mean ridiculous. I mean, these people should have just like turned away and walked away from me. But instead, more times than not, they actually said yes.
Yes.
Right. And so that to me was like, oh my gosh, if I'm making these types of requests and people are saying yes to them, what would happen if I just begin to ask for what I actually wanted of life? And so I began doing that. And I can tell you the things that have occurred as a result of that have been like phenomenal. Right. So yes. So great conversation. And thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Not rejecting you, rejecting your offer.
Yes.
So where you live in Maryland,
Yes.
and you're speaking, you're coaching, are you still involved in theater?
Not so much anymore. I still have my union card, my equity card. So if an opportunity comes up, or if they need a sub, or something local happens, I'll take advantage of the opportunity if it fits in the schedule.
Yeah. And have you always been into personal growth and personal development, or was there a point in your life where something got a flip got switched, or the dimmer light started to go on? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so my career background's a little unique. I had the chance to first start off in professional theater as a stage manager, working all across the country in different theaters, and then most recently on the Broadway First National Tour of Mean Girls, the musical. And theater led me into events, corporate events. I first started with Disney, so it felt like a transition from theater into events. And honestly, events is just theater on fire.
Yeah.
Little faster pace, usually a larger budget, but I guess it depends on which event that you're doing. And I had a chance to work in a lot of different capacities in the events industry, leading teams, developing people while at Under Armour, a Salesforce. And I realized that this opportunity to create and build strategies and make these cool experiential moments and events was really awesome. But the most fulfilling parts of all of my roles has been pouring into other people, developing my direct reports, my skip reports, and helping them get to where they want to be. So I feel like I was kind of personal development adjacent. I didn't know that's what I was doing when I was doing theater and I was doing events and management and leadership. But the chance to do that full time now in my own organization and pour into others on a daily basis is something that's really fulfilling in alignment with my assignments, it feels.
Right on, right on. Well, And I can totally resonate with that because I've got a theater background as well and have always. Tanesha, if somebody is resonating with you and they want to find out more about you, or they want to perhaps hire you for their event, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can definitely find me on social media, Tanesha L. Moody on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, as well as at Full Out Coaching too. I do have a website, TaneshaLMoody.com. Also have some free resources on there, some ebooks if you're looking to navigate rejection, or if you want to just share your latest rejection with me. I would love to celebrate that no with you. So yes, I am everywhere on those spaces, and I would love to connect with everyone.
Yeah, right on. Well, I sure appreciate your enthusiastic energy. Tell me a little bit about this. Have you, are there any courses or coaching that you are currently involved with, or do you personally get coached?
Yes, so I firmly feel that coaches need coaching too.
Yeah.
Great coaches get coaches. They get coaching. So that's something that I take advantage of. And I'm very, very grateful to have multiple coaches to support me on this journey. And of course, I offer coaching too, one-on-one, individually, as well as with groups and teams. And it's such a privilege to walk with individuals and with groups and teams to help them get to where they want to be and define like what actually are they trying to accomplish, why, what their values actually are, and how can they live them, and how can they actually make the impact that they want to make. Definitely, wholeheartedly. And I feel that sometimes we don't always have the exposure or the different perspectives to really kind of move us forward. And that's why I'm so grateful for coaching, to help me to really cement myself as the expert in my life.
Yeah.
And figure out what that looks like. And I'm so grateful I get a chance to do that for others.
Yeah, and I appreciate that statement. And I invite our audience to consider this. Become the expert in your life.
Yes.
Like intentionally become the expert instead of just, going through the motions. Like become an expert in your health. Become an expert in your marriage. Become an expert as a parent, right? Become an expert in your life. That's powerful. That's exciting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tanesha, so enjoyable to talk with you this morning. Any last words before we let you go here?
The last thing I'll say is we are all exactly where we're supposed to be right now. I feel like sometimes, we're always thinking about the next step, but, soak up what's happening in the present, because I feel like in the present, we're going to utilize this in the future too. So
absolutely. Yeah. Enjoy the moment, learn what you can from it, and move powerfully forward. Yeah. Hey, so good to have you here. Best wishes with your practice. And now it's time for you all to get out there, be a source of kindness, be a source of contribution. You do have something to offer this world, and I believe in you.
Thank you for being here today. I'm really happy that you tuned in to Vision Pros Live. I'm looking forward to seeing your reactions as these episodes continue to move forward. This is going to get more and more fun. We'll have more and more engagement as well. We'll invite people to participate in the show. And thank you for giving us your time and attention. Have an excellent time building out your vision and becoming a Vision Pro yourself.